Very good evening, and you can start.
Yeah. A very good evening to everyone. And myself, Dev Pradeep Pasala. I am current Beta MLSA from Pragati Engineering College. So today I am here to teach about the Microsoft Azure Fundamentals certification and also Microsoft Azure Cloud Concepts. So let's coming to the session. Uh, I want to share my screen. So please keep your messages in the private chat so I can read the messages and I will give your response to you. So now I'm sharing my screen. So is my screen visible to you all? Could you please confirm?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So first of all, uh, everybody should know about where to complete this Microsoft Azure fundamentals and how to start. So, whatever the things we have to learn in Microsoft or Microsoft technologies, you should go to the Microsoft Learn portal. So, every company has its own learning portal. So, now I am typing this Microsoft Learn. So, when you are searching the Microsoft Learn, you can get the link like https learn.microsoft.com. Click on this link. So, a page appears like this Microsoft Training Portal. So, if you have account, please log into that account. If you don't have account, please sign up using your personal Outlook mail or any college domain mail or any other thing. So I have already created an account using my college mail. So now going to my profile, you can see that how many certifications I have completed by going here. So just a minute, it's getting loaded. Yeah, these are my certifications I have completed in my academic 2023-2024 year. So I have started from this Microsoft Certified Azure Fundamentals, Power Platform Fundamentals, Azure Data Fundamentals, AI Fundamentals, and these are the professional certifications: Azure Administrator Associate, and Azure Developer Associate, and Azure Data Science Associate. So whatever the thing we are learning from the Azure portal, we should have to know about Azure. So the basic certifications we have to complete is first is Azure Fundamental Certification. So this certification costs nearly $99, and you have to complete the exam using vouchers. So now coming to the thing. So recently I have created a challenge called Microsoft Cloud Skills Challenge. So I think so many of you received that challenge. So if you not, I will share the it in chat box. So in challenges, whatever the challenge we have joined, it will show here. So now I'm copying this URL and keeping it in chat box. So I think everybody can able to see my screen, right? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, it's completely fine.
Yeah. So this is the URL I have shared. So you can click on this URL and go to the challenge, and you can join the challenge. Like I am like sign out from this account. So whatever the thing, when you are clicking on this challenge, you can get the interface like this. So click on this join the challenge. So whatever the account you have created and whatever they set with the MSLN portal, please choose that account. So my account is this. So I'm signing into this account. So I have completed all the modules here. So I'm getting like 11 by 11 modules you have completed. So for you, it comes like go to see your challenge. So now go to this challenge. So here we have 11 modules in this challenge. First one is about describe cloud computing. It tells about that what is cloud computing and what are the services provided by the cloud computing. So next one is describe the benefits of using cloud services. So what are the services that are provided by the Microsoft Azure or Microsoft technologies. And the third one is describe cloud service types. So the services types are include the databases, networking, IT infrastructure, and the storage. Whatever the thing, these are comes under service types. So describe, and the fourth one is describe the core architectural components of Azure. So today I want to explain about describe cloud computing and describe the benefits of using cloud services and describe cloud service types. So tomorrow I will complete these three, and day after tomorrow, and I will complete this all the modules whatever they have pending in this challenge. So now coming to the first challenge. So whatever the thing you have to do is you have to complete the things, like first of all you have to click on this challenge in first module, describe cloud computing. So in it will come like start, but I have already completed this module, so it won't get like that here. So in that describe the cloud computing, here the first one is introduction to Microsoft Azure fundamentals, and next introduction to cloud computing and what is cloud computing, and describe the shared responsibility model, define cloud models, describe the consumption based model, and last week we will get some knowledge check in which it have three questions. So you have to answer the questions what you have learned from the previous modules. That's all. So finally, in summary, we have to unlock our achievement. So here it will come like unlock the achievement. So we will get the badges. So you can showcase your badges in your LinkedIn profile or in your resume also. So I prefer better to keep in this LinkedIn, so to get more favorable for you. So now coming to the first module, introduction to Microsoft Azure fundamentals. So what is Microsoft Azure fundamentals? So I want to start about that. Microsoft Azure is a cloud computing platform which was designed by Microsoft. So actually recently I have taken the session on cloud computing for your college. So in that I have explained about cloud computing. So now I am explaining that again. Cloud computing is a technology in which it provides the services through internet or cloud computing. So now coming to the Microsoft Azure. Microsoft Azure is a platform in which it was created by Microsoft to provide cloud services. So you can understand that Microsoft Azure and cloud computing. So cloud computing is a technology in which Microsoft Azure is one of the platform which is using cloud computing to share the resources and share the services through the internet. So next coming to the Azure fundamentals. So Azure fundamentals. So Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing Service. It consists of so many services like IT's infrastructure services, and next desktop, and next remote desktop service, and also storage, databases, and also some kind of software as a service also. So most of you know that three services, like infrastructure as a service, software as a service, and platform as a service. So there are some other services that are also called as data as a service, database as a service, security as a service, and also some kind of like some types of services also provided by the cloud computing. But most of the thing we are talking about IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. That's all. So the Azure fundamentals is the basic concepts that are need to be learned before we enter into the Microsoft Azure. So nearly we know about so cloud computing means we know about Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, and AWS. These three things only we know. So most of the computers from 2000 to 2017 are controlled by only Microsoft Azure only. These AWS, Google Cloud are came after that. So Microsoft Azure is the oldest cloud computing service provider. So why should I take Azure fundamentals? So it will give you the understanding about the cloud concepts. What are the concepts you need to learn about the cloud, and also it will teach about the architecture. Architecture in the sense the whole structure of the cloud computing and the whole access of the cloud computing. So next, describing the Azure management and governance. So here Azure management and governance refers to the administration, like you know about database administrator, and next Azure Administrator. These are about some kind of accessing, like if you want to grant access to the data which is not accessible for you, so you need some permissions from that administrator who is accessing that platform. So these things you have to know about that. So most of the cloud computing services are technical, but some non-technical roles are also there. That is also called database administrator and Azure administrator. Some other roles like SQL administrator and storage administrator, network administrator also comes kind of roles are there. So these three concepts teaches us like how to manage the cloud computing and how to share the resources and how to grant permissions to that resources. That's all. So it is a fundamental thing. So next one is introduction to cloud computing. So cloud computing is a sharing of resources and uh, sharing of resources and services over the internet. That's all. So the learning objectives include define cloud computing, describe the shared responsibility model. So these are the objectives that comes in the next modules. Now I'm going to the next one. So here it is there. What is cloud computing? Cloud computing is the delivery of cloud computing services over the internet. So you won't understand when I showing this kind of thing. I want to share my PPT to you. Just a minute, I will share my PPT. So am I audible to you all? Could anyone please message me in the chat box, or anyone can respond in it? Am I audible?
Yes, you please continue.
Yeah. So I'm sharing my PPT now. Just a minute. Just a minute. It's processing. So whoever having doubts from the previous thing or content, could you please share your message in my chat box? I will check and repeat the concept again. So it's taking time. It's still processing here. Yeah. So I think my screen is visible to you all. So
Yes,
this
visible.
is the yeah. This is the PPT I have created for the session. So whatever the thing for the exam, whoever want to certify in Azure fundamentals, they need to understand the four concepts. Those are cloud concepts, cloud Azure services, security, privacy and compliance, trust, and Azure pricing, service level agreements, and lifestyle. So in this, there are submodules also there. So when coming to the Azure cloud concepts, we have to understand the principles of cloud computing. So we need to understand the definition of the cloud computing and what are the services included in the cloud computing. I have already explained before. So now coming to the understand core Azure services. Okay. So then core cloud services include introduction to Azure. So we have to understand that Azure is a Microsoft platform which is delivering the cloud services over the internet. So next coming to the Azure architecture and service guarantees. And then the third one is Azure compute options and Azure data storage, Azure networking. So most of the thing in cloud computing we are discussing about networking, data storage management, and computing services over the internet, and architecture of the service. That's all. So when we understand these five concepts, you can easily understand the other concepts too, because these are the fundamental concepts to learn before entering to the cloud computing. So now coming to the understand security, privacy, compliance, and trust. So before that cloud computing, we have a technology called distributed computing. Now it is also using in our colleges and all everywhere. So you know that what is distributed computing and what is computing also. So in cloud computing, there is a chance of data breach. So so many people are accessing the cloud services. So and also some of the people gaining access through some vulnerable things. So these things make us to feel like just a minute. Yeah. So these are the concepts that are related to the privacy. So these are advanced concepts. I don't want to explain it now. So you need to understand these one and two concepts. That's enough for the present situation. So now coming to the concepts, these are the weightages that are explained by the explained for the exam. Now coming to the cloud concepts. So uh, understand cloud concepts. So in this module, most of 15 to 20% of the questions will come in the exam. So what are the benefits for using the cloud services? So most of us using laptops, remote desktops, and also some kind of ethernet, and also sharing devices such as network emulators. So these are the devices we are using in our daily life. So whatever the thing we are using means we need some efficiency and working effectively, and also scalability and availability also. So these are the main four concepts we need to identify that that thing is working or not. Now coming to the thing, in cloud computing we understand about high availability. Availability in the sense, whatever when we are in our home, our laptop is having some kind of data like whatever the PPT or Word document. So when we are outside, we can't access the document due to it is available in the hard disk of your laptop. So when it is in the cloud or any like whoever you are using Google Drive or anything, it it is in your mobile. So we can easily access that through mobile, and you can easily download that. We can easily access to see that. So scalability, we can easily measure that how it is going on. How can we implement that tasks, and also elasticity. Uh, for example, if you have some limit, you need some 500 GB storage. So you can buy that storage from the cloud, but you also need some extra storage for the future purposes. So you can increase that. So it is called elasticity. Next, agility. So agility in the sense most of the students know about agility when coming to the software development life cycle. Agile development model. Agility means the fast forward model. It is also called as. So it makes us to understand that cloud computing makes it easier to store and navigate and access and read the data. So it comes under agility. Next, fault tolerance. Fault tolerance means, for example, your laptop got damaged. So whatever the data storage in your laptop also removed when it get to repair. So when the data is stored in the cloud, we can automatically back up the data. So it is called fault tolerance. So the fault tolerance is minimized when it is using cloud computing, and also disaster recovery. So these both are having same meaning. Now principles of economics of scale. So for example, you are having a company, and you are all having some kind of work like managing the project or app or website or anything. So you need to implement in a cloud. So this I think this is not these are such these concepts are easy to understand. So I will say in single line words, economics of scale, in the sense it is cheap and it can be available all the time. Capital expenditure or operational expenditure. Capital expenditure in the sense, when you are investing in a company, it comes under capital. You need to invest. You are investing in the service or whatever the thing, it is comes under capital. When the company is running, you are investing after the establishment, it is comes under operational expenditure. So when you are starting an organization, you need some kind of requirements like investors, place, and next and also some kind of documents. So this kind of a necessity is there to implement an organization. So after the establishment, So there is some operational activities are going on, so like manufacturing the equipment or manufacturing of some other items. So we need some investment regarding to the operational. So these two are two different categories. Capital in the sense first of the starting stage of organization, and operational in the sense in the middle of the going of organization. So later consumption based model. So in consumption based model refers to the whatever the thing you have consumed, it will you have to pay for that only. You don't need to pay for other things. So that's all. Now infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. And next public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud. I will explain in the next slides. Yeah. Yeah. So infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service refers to the in which the company or the infrastructure is provided for the organization to implement their services. For example, you have a store, you have your company is having a server in which the company is able to manage up to 5 to 10 TB of data, but you need more than 10 TB of data. So you can't, you don't need to buy the infrastructure for that particular thing. So you can use the shared model, means you can buy the data from the cloud and you can easily access, migrate to that particular kind of source, and you can easily manage the data. So I can explain that in a simpler model. So whatever the thing that as we called as Google App Engine, like whatever we are using, Google Mails, Gmeets, YouTube, and Google Cloud Services, whatever the thing we are using, the back end of the thing working is Google App Engine. So it comes under Google Infrastructure as a Service. And next, coming to the platform as a service. Platform as a service refers to the a platform in which helps the developers to develop an application. So like if you are building an website, so we need some platform like Visual Studio Code, Sublime, and next Eclipse. So these kind of platforms are needed to store the data in a cloud, and also we can develop the application at that particular platform. So it is called as platform as a service. Now coming to the SaaS, software as a service, it is a end-to-end product. Everybody using Gmail, Google Meets, and also some kind of Teams app, and also some some apps like everybody whatever they're using in our mobiles is called end-to-end product, end user product. So it is called software as a service. If you are using a Gmail, so it's giving you a service called sending the mail and receiving the mail. So if you are a premium user, you will get some other extra benefits or other benefits regarding that particular service. So so these are the things. Infrastructure in the sense you can understand that Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, or AWS. Next, platform in the sense Visual Studio Code or any other things. And software as a service in the sense you can use Outlook, Gmails, or any other apps we are using at present. So these are the services that are these are the services that are majorly provided by the Microsoft Azure. So there are some other services provided by the Azure. So those are not much important, but they are rarely used by the clients and also users. So these are called data as a service and security as a service, and also some services also there. Uh, so these services are partially involved in three of these services. So that's why those are not important to mention in this PPT. So now coming to the responsibilities. So before I have said about infrastructure, platform, software. So what's the difference between these three? So all these three services are provided in the cloud computing. So what's the difference? So we don't know about that. So no, I am saying that when you are using an on-premises, like you are having the server, you only having the risk of the particular server. You only have to manage that particular servers, and whatever the thing happened, you are the only responsible. So you don't need to pay to anyone. but you are the administrator or the owner of that particular service. You are called as service provider. So whatever the Google Cloud, whatever the thing they are having inside in their organization, they are the responsible for that. Whatever the data lost, so they are only responsible for that. So in this, the risk factor is more in on premises. So now coming to infrastructure. So they are giving you only infrastructure. The infrastructure include applications, data, runtime, middleware, and operating system. They only provide you those things only. They won't provide servers, storage, networking, virtualization. Those comes under services. So in infrastructure, we only getting these five services only. Now coming to the platform as a service. In this risk factor is very less because we are in which we are using an application or a software to develop an application. So the data is only stored in the platform only. So we don't have that much risk factor to manage the source. So whoever the thing they are responsible is the service provider. Whoever the thing, the Google Cloud or Azure, whoever the thing they are providing the service, they are only responsible for the data. The platform user is not responsible for the data. So next coming to the software as a service. In this, there is no risk factor at all because the user can use the application or he can uninstall the application. It can easily back up from the source. So the risk factor is very less. So the most of the thing we are using is software as a service. So that's all. So here you can understand that Azure manages and you manages. You can you can see that, right? You manages and Azure manages. So they are responsible for these things. So you are in this you are responsible for these two things, and you are responsible for these five things. That's all. So you already know about that public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. So it's all seems different, but all are coming under same category only. Public cloud, which is also called as open to everyone. So whatever the thing the Google we are using, so it is open to everyone and everyone can access the thing. So it called public cloud. Next, coming to the private cloud, it is only accessible for some of the users who are paying for that particular source or particular resources. So private cloud is limited to some users only. Next, hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud comes under it's a combination of public cloud and private cloud. So what you have some doubts like what's the difference between hybrid cloud and all these things. So in hybrid cloud, it's a network of like groups. In this, there are some groups like are involved in it. For example, TCS is a company there. So TCS is using Google Cloud, and ISRO is there. ISRO is using also Google Cloud. Infosys there. Infosys also using Google Cloud, and some other X company also using Google Cloud. So these are all involved in the Google Cloud, but they are using different resources in the same server. So they need to be clustered from that particular area, but same service provider. So that's why in hybrid cloud, private users also there and also public users also there. So that's why it is called hybrid cloud. So the major things in cloud computing is the cloud services. So you have doubt, right? What is cloud services? What is cloud resources? He is saying from starting onwards, what is cloud resources, cloud services. So nothing. The data which we are thinking we are important means we don't want to lose the data. We are storing in a particular locker for a long time. That's all. So sometimes they also provide services such as storing, giving extra data, database, and giving extra storage, giving extra infrastructure. So these are additional infrastructure services. But the most important thing is the cloud services is store and access the data. That's all. Storing the data and accessing the data. These are the two important things in cloud computing. Whatever the thing that comes next is next only. But important thing is store and accessing the data. That's all. So uh, you all having some knowledge on compute engine or virtual machine or virtual instances. So these are like the temporary resources allocated for you for some time. So based on your requirement. So here what uh, uh, these are the things that are explained here. Whatever the thing I have explained from the previous sessions, it is those are all explained here only, but they are more advanced ones. So now coming to the benefits. What are the benefits and advantages of cloud computing? The first one is cost effective. You don't need to pay for the servers. You don't need to pay for the database, whole database, and you don't need to pay for the everything infrastructure you are acquired that. You just need to pay for the service they are offering you. That's all. So that's why it is cost effective based on the hardware and software. Whatever we are software includes applications and whatever we are deploying in that particular cloud service. And next, hardware includes operating systems, virtual machines, whatever the thing we are acquiring from the cloud service. So whatever the thing we have acquired, we only pay for that particular resource only. That's why it's cost effective. We don't need to buy a whole thing. So that's why most of the people are migrated to cloud computing rather than distributed computing and all. So next is scalability. So we can increase or decrease the resources whenever we needed. When we need more resources, we can increase them. When we need less resources, we can decrease them. So based on that, we have to pay for that. So I can give you best example. You all know about Amazon Great Indian Festival, Flipkart Big Basket Days. So I don't know that much about that, but at that time they need more database, more cloud services. So then it comes under scalability. On normal days, they are using regular softwares, regular servers. They have, but when they are having festivals like seasons, Dasara, Pongal, or whatever the thing, at that time they are uh, renting some cloud computing services from the AWS or Azure or Google Cloud and managing this whole thing, because whatever the server the capacity will be 1 lakh to 5 lakhs, but when in particular season time it may increase up to 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs also. So their servers can't manage that much pressure or that much workload. So so they need to adapt to the cloud computing services and they can use the services for that particular event. So next, the third one is elastic in nature. We can add or remove resources based on our demand. So scalability, elasticity, both are comes under same nature only. You don't need to doubt about that. Next, current, it's not that much important. Reliability. Reliability in the sense, it is I can say that like before I have said that whatever the thing we have lost due to some network issue or whatever the thing due to some net crash of computer, so our data will remain safe. That is called reliability. Whatever the disastrous situation happened at that particular moment, we can still access our data. That's what it's saying. So next, global. So global services means I have already previously explained about that. We can access the data anywhere, anytime, at any place. That's all. Secure. These are secureable because they are having advanced algorithms like 256 hashing algorithms and encrypted 256-bit encrypted hash algorithms. So these make us cloud more secureable than other services. That's all. So now coming to the third one, understand core Azure services. So core services include, the first one comes under regions, availability zones, resource groups, and resource manager and benefits and uses. So um, I think these are okay. So I want to explain these concepts tomorrow because these are advanced concepts. If I complete all the concepts today, you won't understand anything. So I am giving the summary of the today class. So first I have explained about the cloud concepts and also now coming to the what Azure and what are the concepts that are involved in the Azure. So I have explained the cloud concepts and Azure cloud services. So now coming to the next one, cloud concepts. Cloud concepts includes what are the benefits of the cloud computing, what are the things that are involved in the cloud computing, and what is consumption based model, and services that are provided by the cloud computing, and types of clouds. So these are the benefits: the cloud agility, high availability, elasticity. Agility means high availability. Easy to evolve in business. Sorry, the system is easy to evolve as business changes. So scalability. So I won't go that much because you don't need that much because this PPT is there given by my friend. So I don't have that much knowledge on this. So fault tolerance. These are the benefits of the cloud computing. Whatever the thing we are seeing that cloud agility, high availability, elasticity, and next scalability, fault tolerance, disaster recovery. These are all benefits of that cloud computing. So these are all cloud computing. So next coming to the cloud services, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and next software as a service. So I have already explained these three. So infrastructure as a service is used to host applications like Azure, Google Cloud, or anything. Platform as a service is used to build applications without worrying about the management of hosting environment at all. So Azure Cloud Services, Azure Web Apps, anything. Software as a service. These are end user applications. So whoever the user, so they can consume the data and services from the software. So that's all. So these are the responsibilities. So this is like a differentiation and what is the risk factor and the fault tolerance when you are preferring the three of the services from the cloud computing. So it is important. So you can learn from that online also because I have already shared the URL to you regarding the challenge. You can understand these concepts in the particular modules. So now the next one is public cloud, private cloud, and next hybrid cloud. I have explained these three. So now coming to the benefits and advantages of cloud computing. So by up to today, I have completed these four concepts. That's all. So I think those are enough for today. So in next 2 days, I will complete other next modules also. So I'm gonna stopping my screen. Okay, why I'm not getting on it?
Yes, Pradeep. Thank you. Thank you for joining us and thanks for the session, Pradeep.
Yeah. So how to stop my screen? How to stop my presentation? Yeah. Yeah. It's done. So if you understand whatever the thing I have explained, you need to go through this challenge because if you understand through the theoretical modules whatever the thing it explained here, you can easily understand that whatever the thing I have explained in the PPT. So first go through the challenge profile and next then challenges. Go to the challenge. So you can see that there are 11 modules available here. You have to complete all the modules and complete as fast as possible because by day after tomorrow the challenge is going to end. So whoever they have completed, there is a chance to get a prizes from the Microsoft because I am selecting the persons randomly from the completed users. So try to complete as fast as possible and fill the form as I have mentioned in the message. So Krishna will share the data regarding that. So complete the 11 modules as fast as possible. That's all I want. So later I will explain the each and every module clearly. If you don't understand the current session also, no problem. If anybody have joined in the middle or if anybody have not joined it, so I will explain it later. So I will explain tomorrow also there is a session there. So I will explain in that starting of the session. So my English is little bit difficult for you to understand because so today I am not able to take the session because due to some health problems, but still I have took the session. So that's all, Krishna. You can continue if you have anything to say. Krishna, am I audible?
Yes, guys, thank you for joining,
Yes, yes.
and please make sure that you. Yes, yes. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, you are
Yeah,
audible.
guys, you have to complete the challenge before 15th of February. All the best, guys. Thank you. We'll meet you again in the tomorrow's session at 8 p.m. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining us. Thank you.